Hour. What a trooper she is. Kendra is in for the Clinton Public Library. You say you don't live too far away from KROS, but how were the roads?
The roads are kind of slippery, folks. So if you're planning on going out driving, I would hold off just a little longer.
Right. Well, I don't think the snow's going to let up any throughout the course of the day. So, yeah. So the library is closed today.
We are closed today, yes.
So how did you get the word out on that, besides, of course, contacting KROS right away?
Of course. So we usually put out a press release that goes to the city, and the city will put it on their website. That also then goes to the Herald, all the other major news outlets. Some libraries will put it on the bigger TV news. I'm not sure if ours was put on the banner or not, but it just kind of happens like that. But then, of course, we always put it on our social media. We put it on our website. I wish we had a way to quickly change our phone message so when people call in, they know, but our phone system's kind of wonky and it's harder to do those quick change of messages. And then, of course, we always try to put a physical sign up on the door. So we put one up yesterday, so hopefully any people who come in daily, they saw the sign on the door when they came in yesterday.
And you were telling me you get quite a few people visit the library on a daily basis.
Yep. We've got those folks that like to read their daily newspaper, use our internet, and sometimes people just decide to come and get more books. So yesterday we were pretty busy because people were getting prepared for the snow.
So the library and the grocery stores were busy as everybody's getting ready for a winter storm.
Yep.
Snuggle in and read a book. Now, who makes that call, Kendra?
Susie, our director, does.
Okay, she's
we do it as an admin team, and we always get how the other staff are feeling too. If people are feeling confident that they can make it in, but when you don't know what the weather's going to actually look like, yesterday it didn't look like it was really going to come down, and today, of course, it's wintry out there finally.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that, they said it was going to start at about 6, and then really I didn't see anything until 9 or 10.
Yeah.
But it's been pretty consistent since then. And like I said, it's a very wet snow, so if you need to do some shoveling, do keep that in mind. It is a heavy, wet snow. You got to be in shape like myself or something like that. So what's going on for the library in 2024?
So this month, Kate Struble put together a tiny art show. So we have supplies for people to pick up at the library when we are open. And so we've got them in little gift bags, and it is 4x4-inch canvases, and we have 2 prompts for people to do, and it's for all ages, and we're hoping we get a lot of submissions back, and then we're going to put them on display at the library.
You were telling me you've been with the library 15 years. You started, of course, when you were back in high school, and of course, in my mind, the library is just you go in, you get books, or you read a periodical or the newspapers. When did you guys start doing some of these other things?
So the library has always been putting on programs for as long as I can remember, and obviously the youth programming sticks out more, but we've always had programming for adults. And then I would say in 2013, we actually hired a person that would be dedicated to programming, and that was Holly Youngquist, who is no longer with us. And but that kind of started the trend of making sure we were hiring staff that would be able to put on these programs, because, and I don't want to misspeak here, but I think we were probably averaging one adult program maybe once a month, once every other month, and those were always educational. A speaker would come in. I know we had Margot Hansen in a lot for horticulture stuff, but now we're able to get those more fun. Not that learning isn't fun, but the craft side of things. So it's been really fun. But yeah, 2012, 2013, I think is where we started to expand those programs more.
Again, visiting with Kendra from the Clinton Public Library. So what is your niche at the library?
So I recently, this summer, became the library supervisor. So I don't have as much hands-on stuff with the programming, but I help schedule our staff, make sure they have everything they need to do these awesome programs and services that we offer, and I do help out with programs as needed.
Okay, what else do we got to talk about this morning?
So that's a great question. We are now in the, I know Susie and I have probably been talking about it for several months here about the move. We are now actually in the thick of it. So the Lions branch has been closed since December 16th, and Jeannie and Stuart are busy going through our collections up there, packing it away, getting it ready to move to the main branch. And our friend's store is now closed because they've got all of their books packed up, ready to go up to Lions. And the youth staff, we're working on moving all of our stuff down to the basement. So it's a very circular system we've got going on.
I would imagine there were probably more than one meeting and discussions about when you were going to make a move like this.
Yes, multiple discussions with our board, multiple discussions with staff, making sure we all understood what the undertaking would be, what the changes in the schedule would be, and just, we had to wait for contractors. And I think anyone who does any major renovation and change, contract work is up in the air a lot of the times. You never know when the project's truly going to be done until it's done. So we had to wait quite a bit this summer for those things to be in place before we could actually start doing stuff on our side.
When you were making these decisions, I would imagine pros and cons came into it. You put on one column, what is the advantages, on the other column, what the disadvantages might be.
Yes. So, and we know that it can be difficult, especially for folks that live in the Lions area, that have businesses in the Lions district, that there's always been a Lions library. But for the past, almost 10 years now, the Lions branch has only been local history and genealogy with computer lookups. And that has been a disadvantage for folks that would like to do that sort of research at the main branch. And because Lions was only open Tuesday through Saturday, a lot of people that were doing long weekends doing research weren't able to do that on Mondays with us. So moving all of our services into one building is a really great advantage of this. And then, of course, we're going to have a room that'll be bigger for programming. So when we do have speakers come, we can seat more than 20 people. So really good things are coming because of this.
All right. Have you set any kind of goals or anything for 2024?
As a library?
Yes. Or as a librarian.
As a librarian. I'm working making sure this move happens and we all stay pretty sane during it. But we will be starting our strategic plan process over again. Our strategic plan is usually 3 to 5 years, and we're coming to the end of it. So now it's time to start that process over again with our board. And we're going to have more staff have input on that as well.
All right. Again, I appreciate you coming in. That was great of you to do so.
Of course.
And if people would like to find out more information about the Clinton Public Library, the best avenues of doing that.
You can visit us on our website, which is clintonpubliclibrary.us, and you can find us on social media on Facebook and Instagram at IACPL. And if you want, you can always give us a phone call, and we'll give you some information that way as well.
Okay, and of course, closed today.
Closed today.
All right. Thank you so much, Kendra.
Thank you.
It's a bird! It's a plane! The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick. Yeah!